Do you have an orchid that's blooming beautifully, but you're not sure how to propagate it? And then you just let the flowers wilt and rot, not knowing what to do next, and end up throwing it away like this. That purple flower with the pink petals is really beautiful, isn't it? If we propagate it, the next generation could turn out even more stunning. Let's cut the flower spike and take a closer look. Maybe there's a healthy node we can care for and grow into a new plant. This node looks healthy and promising. With the right care and conditions, we can definitely encourage it to grow into a new shoot and eventually develop into a whole new plant. We'll cut off the flower so we can propagate the plant. Using a blade wheel, we'll gently peel off the outer protective layer around the node. This helps expose it slightly, making it easier for the plant to absorb nutrients and encouraging new growth from that spot. We'll gently peel off the membrane, just carefully, so we don't damage the flower node underneath. Gently carve the bottom part of the spike at an angle to increase the surface area. This helps it absorb water and nutrients more efficiently. We'll trim the top part into smaller pieces to prevent moisture loss and to protect it from insect or bacterial intrusion. Prepare 3 cloves of garlic. Peel the garlic cloves. Garlic is a common kitchen ingredient, but it actually offers some powerful benefits for orchids too. It contains natural sulfur compounds that act as antifungal and antibacterial agents, helping prevent root rot, stem infections, and leaf spots. Chop the garlic into small pieces. We'll grate a small piece of garlic to help release its natural essence and active compounds. We'll use the freshly grated garlic to apply directly onto the open wounds of the orchid spike and the node. By doing this, we're helping to sterilize the wound and prevent infections that could slow down or completely stop new growth. It also acts as a natural shield, keeping harmful microbes and pests away while the plant focuses on developing new shoots. So, it's a simple but really effective step in the propagation process. Put it into the jar. Pour 500 milliliters of water. Stir the solution. Soak it for 30 minutes. Go ahead and prepare 1 sweet potato. Sliced it out. Sweet potatoes are packed with natural sugars, carbohydrates, and trace minerals that can help support root growth and act as an organic energy source during propagation. Slice the sweet potato into very small pieces. Put it into the blender. Pour 500 milliliters of water. Let's let the solution rest for 15 minutes. After 20 minutes, once the nutrients have fully dissolved into the water, we'll stir the mixture well and strain the garlic solution through a fine mesh or filter. Stir the solution. After 20 minutes, once the nutrients from the blended potato have dissolved into the water, we'll strain the potato mixture through a fine mesh and then combine it with the garlic solution to form a powerful, nutrient-rich blend. Sweet potatoes are surprisingly beneficial, not just for orchids, but for other plants too. They can be turned into a natural fertilizer, rich in carbohydrates and micronutrients, helping support healthy root development and overall plant growth. We'll place our flower spike into the garlic and sweet potato solution and let it soak. This step helps disinfect the spike, preventing bacterial or fungal infections, especially at the cut surfaces. Soak it for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, we'll gently remove the plant from the solution, as it has now absorbed enough vitamins and minerals from the garlic and sweet potato. We'll use floral foam and make a small hole in it, then insert the flower spike into that hole to begin the propagation process. The foam will help hold it upright and maintain just the right amount of moisture around the base. We'll add a small amount of mineral water to create a moist environment that supports root development. Just a little is enough. We don't want the foam to be soaked, only slightly damp to avoid rot while still encouraging new root growth. Now, with the leftover garlic and sweet potato solution, we're going to pour it into a mist spray bottle. This method is super handy, especially for those of you who have a tight schedule but still want your orchids to thrive without skipping care. When we mist the plant, we're allowing nutrients to be absorbed directly through the aerial roots and the leaf surface, which orchids are naturally adapted to do. You can do this misting once a week. Just make sure to avoid misting directly on the flowers or buds if the plant is already blooming. Focus on the roots and the underside of the leaves where nutrient absorption is most efficient. It's simple, doesn't take long, and it really helps build a healthier, more balanced orchid over time. Next, we'll give the orchid a deep soak using our garlic and sweet potato solution. This step is really important because it allows the roots to fully absorb the essential nutrients present in both ingredients. Garlic provides natural antimicrobial compounds like allicin, which help protect the roots from fungal and bacterial infections. This full soak should be done around 3 times every 2 weeks, depending on your plant's condition and weather. After 40 days since we started working with the flower spike, you can now clearly see that 2 of the nodes have activated. Each one is pushing out fresh, bright green baby leaves, soft, tender, and slightly translucent at the tips, which is a great sign of healthy cell development. Alongside the new foliage, tiny roots have also started to appear. They're still very fine, almost like threads or strands of hair, but this is exactly how orchid roots begin. We'll add a small amount of water into the propagation cup and continue the rooting process. Keeping just enough moisture helps maintain humidity around the nodes, encouraging steady root and leaf development without causing rot. After 2 months, the transformation is clearly visible. The new leaves have grown noticeably larger, with a richer green color and a firmer, more structured texture. As for the roots, they've developed from thin, hair-like strands into longer, thicker structures. You can see the silvery coating starting to form, which is a protective layer called velamen, typical of healthy orchid roots. Since the flower spike has developed 2 active nodes, we're going to divide it into 2 separate kikis. Each section will contain 1 healthy growth point, allowing us to plant them individually. We'll use cinnamon powder to seal the cut surfaces. This helps dry out the wounds quickly and acts as a natural antifungal and antibacterial agent. By doing this, we significantly reduce the risk of infection or rot developing at the fresh cuts. Pine bark, of course. It's one of the best growing mediums for orchids. It provides excellent aeration, which orchids absolutely need, since their roots require more airflow than typical plants. The chunky texture of pine bark helps keep the medium from becoming soggy, preventing root rot while still retaining enough moisture for the roots to absorb. We'll apply a thin layer of moss which is retaining moisture over the entire root system. This helps the roots stay hydrated during the early stages of potting, especially when they're still adjusting to the new environment. We'll do the same with the other flower spike and its remaining node. Be gentle while handling it, and just like before, give it a bit of moisture. Not too much, just enough to create a slightly humid environment. This gentle humidity helps the cutting adjust to its new setting, encourage the node to stay active, and reduces stress during the transition. It's a small step, but it makes a big difference in helping the plant adapt and begin the rooting process smoothly. Hi everyone! In today's video, I'll be sharing a practical technique for handling newly purchased plants once they arrive at your home. This method helps the plant adapt quickly, encourage consistent root development, and promotes healthy blooming throughout the year. Let's get started. I just got this plant from a flower shop. The moment I saw its flower stalk starting to bloom, I decided to bring it home right away. Let's cut open the plastic orchid pot on the outside to check the condition of the root system. The roots show clear signs of rot and excess moisture retention. Some areas are soft and discolored, indicating that the plant has been sitting in a waterlogged environment for too long. I'll start by removing all of the old moss medium and replacing it with fresh moss. Repotting like this gives the plant a brand new environment and, more importantly, it gives me a chance to really inspect the roots and treat any issues before they get worse. Moss is great for retaining moisture, which orchids love, but over time, it starts to break down. It gets compacted and dense, which means less airflow to the roots. Next, I'll rinse the plant under running water. After trimming the damaged roots, I'll wash the entire plant under running water to remove any remaining dirt. This process thoroughly cleans the roots and base, setting the stage for the plant to adapt to the new medium. Washing also eliminates any bacteria or fungi lingering from the old medium. If left behind, these could continue to grow and harm the plant in its new environment. Let's take a soft, absorbent cloth and carefully pat the plant dry, making sure to remove any excess moisture from the leaves and roots without causing damage. If left untreated, they can hinder new root growth. So, I'll trim away the damaged roots, helping the plant focus nutrients on stimulating new, healthy roots. Trimming old, worn-out roots not only relieves the plant from supporting weak roots, but also encourages stronger new ones. These new roots will absorb water and nutrients more effectively, aiding quick recovery after repotting. Use 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder. Pour 500 milliliters of water. Cinnamon acts as a natural antifungal and antibacterial agent, helping to prevent further infection and promote faster healing of any cuts or damaged tissue on the plant. Next, we're going to use banana peel. It's rich in potassium and other essential nutrients that help stimulate root growth and support the plant's recovery process. By placing small pieces of banana peel near the base of the plant or mixing it into the growing medium, we provide a natural source of slow-release nutrition that benefits the plant over time. Next, we're going to use a piece of aloe vera leaf. Aloe vera contains natural enzymes, vitamins, and antimicrobial compounds that help soothe damaged roots, accelerate healing, and boost the plant's resistance to stress. We're going to combine aloe vera with banana peel to enhance the plant's recovery process. The banana peel provides essential nutrients like potassium and phosphorus, while the aloe vera gel offers natural healing compounds and antimicrobial properties. Pour 1,000 milliliters of water. This combination helps the plant absorb nutrients more effectively and recover faster from stress. Soak it for 30 minutes. After 20 minutes, once the nutrients have been released into the water, then we'll strain the solution using a fine mesh or filter to remove the cinnamon powder residue, leaving behind a clean liquid ready for use on the plant. In this first step, we're going to use the cinnamon solution to gently wipe down the orchid's leaves. Now, the thing is, cinnamon contains natural minerals and compounds, especially calcium, iron, and manganese, that can support healthy leaf function and help the plant recover from stress. When we clean the top surface of the leaves, we're actually helping to open up the stomata, those tiny pores that allow the plant to breathe and photosynthesize more efficiently. This cleaning step has another benefit. It introduces a natural antibacterial layer from the cinnamon. After about 30 minutes, then, we'll strain it through a fine mesh or filter to separate out any leftover pulp or fibers. We're now going to combine the cinnamon solution with the banana peel and aloe vera extract we prepared earlier. The cinnamon helps shield the plant from infections, while the banana and aloe provide minerals and natural growth stimulants. Place the plant into the solution to soak. While the root wounds are still open, they can more easily absorb minerals and beneficial compounds from the mixture. Soak it for 30 minutes. With the remaining solution, we'll use it to soak the pine bark that will be used as the growing medium for the plant. Soaking the bark in this nutrient-rich liquid helps disinfect it naturally and allows the material to absorb beneficial compounds before being placed around the roots. Soaking it for 1 day. After 30 minutes, once the plant has absorbed enough nutrients from the solution, we'll carefully take it out. Gently apply cinnamon powder to the wound area to help dry it out. This step is important because cinnamon acts as a natural antifungal and antibacterial agent, helping to prevent infections that could enter through the exposed tissue. By drying out the wound, it creates a protective barrier that slows down moisture loss and blocks harmful pathogens from getting in. After soaking for a full day, we'll take the pine bark out of the solution and let any excess liquid drain off. Now we can place the plant into the prepared pot and arrange the pine bark around the roots, making sure the plant is stable and well supported in its new growing medium. Next, we're going to add a layer of moss on top of the potting medium. This layer helps retain surface moisture, keeps the root zone slightly humid, and protects the newly planted orchid from sudden temperature changes. So now we're going to use the solution made from cinnamon, banana peel, and aloe vera to gently wipe down the orchid's leaves. When we wipe the top surface of the leaves, it's not just about cleaning. We're actually helping the plant open up its stomata, those tiny pores that control how the orchid breathes and takes in carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. Wiping the underside of the leaf is just as important, if not more. That's where a lot of buildup tends to hide fine dust, small pest eggs, and grime that can block gas exchange. Pour it into a fine mist spray bottle. This method is super useful, especially if you're busy but still want to keep your orchids healthy and thriving. This kind of light misting doesn't just feed the plant, it also increases the humidity around it, which is really important for orchids. They're epiphytes, meaning they grow on trees in the wild and pull moisture from the air instead of soaking in wet soil. After 4 weeks, overall, the plant looks really healthy and strong. After 4 weeks, let's take a closer look at the roots. You can see that many of the older roots have started to plump up, showing a healthy, firm texture. That silvery green color means they're actively absorbing moisture. There are also several new root tips emerging, which is a really positive sign. These new tips usually appear bright green or slightly reddish, and they're smooth and glossy, indicating strong growth activity. Hi everyone! Today, I'm excited to share a helpful method to treat wilted and rotting orchids. If your orchid has dried out, lost its leaves, or the roots are damaged, don't worry. This trick will help the plant recover, grow strong roots, and bloom continuously throughout the year. Let's get started. The orchid shows clear signs of waterlogging stress. Its leaves have turned yellow, soft, and wilted. Some are mushy and falling off easily when touched. The rotting leaves appear yellow and translucent, especially around the base. They're soft and mushy to the touch, often collapsing with light pressure. The rotting roots are typically brown to black, soft, and mushy. Let's cut open the plastic orchid pot and take a closer look at the root system inside to see how the roots are doing. I'll start by removing all of the old moss medium and replacing it with fresh moss. Repotting like this gives the plant a brand new environment and, more importantly, it gives me a chance to really inspect the roots and treat any issues before they get worse. Moss is great for retaining moisture, which orchids love, but over time, it starts to break down. If left untreated, they can hinder new root growth. So, I'll trim away the damaged roots, helping the plant focus nutrients on stimulating new, healthy roots. Trimming old, worn-out roots not only relieves the plant from supporting weak roots, but also encourages stronger new ones. These new roots will absorb water and nutrients more effectively, aiding quick recovery after repotting. Next, I'll rinse the plant under running water. After trimming the damaged roots, I'll wash the entire plant under running water to remove any remaining dirt. Let's use a soft, clean cloth to gently pat the plant dry. Be careful not to rub too hard. Just lightly dab around the leaves, stem, and roots to remove excess moisture. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. First and foremost, it helps prevent and control fungal and bacterial infections that can cause root rot, leaf spots, or stem decay. Pour 1,000 milliliters of water. Over time, regular use can promote healthier foliage, reduce the risk of disease recurrence, and support stronger, more vibrant growth. We'll submerge the plant completely in the diluted baking soda solution. Soak it for 30 minutes. Use coconut water. Coconut water is rich in natural hormones like cytokines, vitamins, and minerals, which stimulate cell division and promote strong root and shoot growth in orchids. Use 100 milliliters of coconut water. Using 40 milliliters of milk. Milk provides a gentle dose of calcium, protein, and beneficial enzymes that support orchid health. When used in small amounts like 40 milliliters, it acts as a mild natural tonic without overwhelming the plant, enhancing root activity and boosting overall vitality. Dilute the mixture with 2,000 milliliters of clean water. This prevents any risk of leaf burn, mold, or residue buildup while still delivering the nutrients. The diluted solution provides just enough calcium and enzymes to support healthy leaf development. Soak it for 30 minutes. After soaking the plant in the baking soda solution for 30 minutes, we'll take the plant out and prepare for the next step, soaking it in a nutrient-rich solution made from milk and coconut water. This follow-up soak provides a gentle infusion of natural hormones, calcium, and sugars that promote root regeneration and stimulate overall plant recovery. Soak it for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, we'll take the plant out of the milk and coconut water solution and let it drain thoroughly. Using cinnamon to dry the wound is a natural and effective method. Cinnamon has strong antifungal and antibacterial properties, which help prevent infections in the wounded area of the plant. When applied to a fresh cut or damaged root stem, it acts as a protective barrier, speeds up drying, and reduces the risk of rot or fungal attack, especially useful when propagating or repotting orchids and other sensitive plants. Next, we'll soak the pine bark in the baking soda solution for 1 day. After one day, we'll take the pine bark out and let it drain. Then, we'll line the bottom of the pot with a bit of foam. Using pine bark for planting is actually a great idea, especially for orchids. It's super breathable, so the roots don't suffocate like they might in regular soil. Basically, it creates a healthy, airy space for the roots to grow strong and stay clean. It's one of those things that just works really well for plants that need a bit more air and a bit less water. And finally, we're going to cover the top with a thin layer of moss. This step might seem simple, but it actually does a lot for the plant. All right, so with the leftover solution from earlier, that's the mix of milk and coconut water. We're going to use it to gently wipe the leaves of the orchid. This combo is actually super rich in natural minerals like calcium, potassium, and magnesium. When we wipe the top side of the leaf, it helps clear off any dust and grime that might block sunlight. This allows the leaf stomata, those tiny pores, to breathe better, which means the plant can absorb more light and carry out photosynthesis more efficiently. This method also adds a light layer of natural antibacterial and antifungal protection, which is awesome because it discourages red spider mites, mealybugs, and other pests from hanging around. So next, we're going to take that same milk and coconut water solution and put it into a fine mist spray bottle. This method is super handy, especially if you're someone who's always on the go, but still wants a blooming, healthy orchid collection. You'll want to avoid spraying directly on blooms or buds though, since moisture sitting on petals can lead to rot. "26 days later, 2 fresh new leaves have sprouted from the plant, even though it had previously lost all its old rotted foliage. Now let's take a look at the roots. The roots are firm and plump with a vibrant green tip, indicating healthy growth. You can see several new root buds forming along the base, and the older roots look hydrated and strong, no longer shriveled or discolored. These fresh roots are slightly glossy, showing they're actively absorbing moisture and nutrients, which is a great sign the plant is stabilizing and developing well. After 45 days, the leaves are a deep, rich green, firm, glossy, and visibly stronger. They've thickened and now stand upright with confidence, showing that the plant is fully recovering. The sheen on the surface is a good sign of healthy cuticle development, and the color shift from pale or yellowish tones to this vibrant green tells us the orchid is now well nourished and actively photosynthesizing. The roots are thick, firm, and have a vibrant green tip, which is a clear sign of active growth. You can see new root shoots emerging from the base, and they're reaching outward confidently. And that's it for today's orchid care update. Thanks so much for watching and joining me on this journey to healthier, stronger plants. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a tip. Drop a comment below to share your own orchid stories or questions. I love hearing from you.